So we can start off with the idea of using Gluetun VPN with CyberGhost VPN. So the thing how our network attached storage or NAS works is that we can install some containers inside it, like the Plex container or Jellyfin container, and some of these containers don't have to be connected to the internet at all. So these would just be serving data on our local area network. But sometimes we also need some Docker containers that need to be connected to the internet. For instance, Firefox or any other internet browser or a qBittorrent, or there can be a number of these containers that we need to be connected to the internet. So just like this. However, sometimes we possess a VPN with us and we want to route the data through that VPN, and one solution to do that could be to, instead of installing the official versions or a very simple version of, let's say, qBittorrent, we can install such containers such as binhex qBittorrent VPN. And the way these work is that they have an inbuilt VPN client to them, and for these inbuilt VPN clients, we have to enter our VPN credentials that we get from CyberGhost or any other VPN provider, and then basically it acts as a client to connect to the internet via a VPN, and this works fine. But the thing is that we lose, in that case we lose our one of the VPN slots, so to say. But in this case we lose one of our VPN slots. So this might not be a very good thing that to do. So what can we do instead is, instead of installing these containers, because we can have similar containers for, let's say, Firefox or any other Docker containers, but we would have to give up one of our VPN slots or credentials for each of these containers. So if we have n containers, we would have to get up n number of credentials from our VPN provider, which is not always feasible. So what we can do instead is to have a Docker container such as Gluetun VPN, and just configure this one with the VPN credentials and route each of the other Docker containers through this Gluetun VPN. And in this case we would have to just get one pair of credentials from our VPN provider, and basically we can then connect all of the Docker containers that need the internet or that require the VPN to route through the Gluetun VPN as their network to the internet. And this is the main concept.
Now I will illustrate this with an example that VPN providers usually limit how many devices you can connect at the same time, and each VPN enabled container counts as one. So if I try to run multiple VPN containers, I will hit that limit. That means I can't easily run separate VPN containers for different setups. With Gluetun VPN, it's just one VPN connection that multiple containers can share, and that's a much cleaner solution. So we are at the VPN configuration screen for CyberGhost VPN, and here we can see the Unraid configuration for CyberGhost is already there. And now we click on manual setup to configure a new device, and then we go through some settings. We can add a new device name, and then when we try to save this configuration, we are greeted with a error message that says that we have reached the maximum number of devices. and this confirms that CyberCoast doesn't allow multiple custom device configs, so it's best to use a single VPN service like Gluetun VPN. Thanks, and see you in the next video.